All right, I want to start with a talk about the Beatles. Now, I I was exposed to a little Beatles music when I was very young, but I didn't really get into them until I was a teenager when a friend of mine got the Red Album and the Blue Album at the same time. Now, the the stuff on the Red Album to me sounds really alien sounding compared to the stuff that was on when I was a teenager. In fact, it sounds more alien to me than stuff from the 50s like the Platters or Elvis or Buddy Holly, even though they were big fans of all these people. So, yeah, the Red Album, this is the same picture that was on their very first CD or first album, Please Please Me. And later, they retook the same picture. See, and on the inside, there's this picture here, taken about halfway between these two in time. So it was the Red Album and the Blue Album, and I think these are what started the myth of the pre-Sgt. Pepper era, because this is music from before Sgt. Pepper, and the Blue Album starts with Sgt. Pepper. So, yeah, I bought this because there were some stuff I liked a lot from this era, but a lot I didn't. Well, I wouldn't say I liked the other stuff, but not as much as the stuff on the Blue Album. So I never bought the Blue Album because I bought all the individual albums that contributed to it. But I bought this instead of buying all the American albums of the time. And so the actual records come in these paper sleeves. Let me show that. See, very flimsy, but it has the words to the songs written on it for every song. And get this in here. I'll read you the list of songs here. Uh, Side one has Love Me Do, Please Please Me, From Me to You, She Loves You, I Want to Hold Your Hand, All My Loving, and Can't Buy Me Love. And except for that last one, all of these were on the first two Beatles albums or the singles that came out during that time. Can't Buy Me Love was from A Hard Day's Night. So side two has Hard Day's Night and I Love Her, 8 Days a Week, I Feel Fine, Ticket to Ride, and Yesterday. So this is the era of the next album and going into the Help film. So side three begins with Help, but it's a different version of Help. It's got this little bit at the beginning that sounds like part of a James Bond soundtrack. And the songs are Help, You've Got to Hide Your Love Your Way, We Can Work It Out, Day Tripper, Drive My Car, and Norwegian Wood. Now, Drive My Car and Norwegian Wood are from the Rubber Soul album, and that continues on side four with Nowhere Man Michelle, In My Life, and Girl. And there's not much from Revolver. Paperback Rider was from a single that came out during the Revolver sessions, and Eleanor Rigby and Yellow Summer are the only Revolver tracks on here. So this was a good introduction to that era for me, and it wasn't until the 21st century that I started buying the individual CDs that cover this same era. So that's my little talk on this.